Perfect, perfect. So it's 11 a.m. We are with the schedule. So I think we can start in 2 minutes. We can give some time to join the people so that they can come in and they don't miss out all the instructions and the data that we are, just pass out in beginning of session. Guys, I have a request uh, to the team knowledge seekers that please let me know whenever I'm not audible because due to some technical glitch or if my net just got burned out. So please let me know if my voice got dried out. Yeah. Thank you very much, Marika ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ashwani sir. Thank you, Alia. Rahul, just let me know when we are just good to go and start our session. Hello. Okay, okay. Sure.
Ayush,
Yes.
I think
Mm-hmm.
Bhageshwar Bhaiya is live now.
Bhageshwar sir is, yeah, he is online.
Hello.
Please, yeah, sir, please,
Yeah, yeah.
can you please share your screen?
Okay, I'll share my screen, and I just wanted to let you know that there is a small presentation I would like to present, and along with it there is a few of the websites I'll show you to all the participants,
Sure, sir, sure.
so that they will be
Okay.
able to understand a different context in which they can be a part of what I will be telling them. Okay.
Yes, sir, perfect, perfect. Thank you very much, sir, for taking this much efforts. Yeah, so I think we should now start now. So, uh, on the behalf of full team knowledge seekers, I would like to welcome you all the participants who has taken out their time and joined us. Thank you very much. So, welcome to the world of biology. I know you all love biology, and yeah, we love biological sciences. So, today, in the meantime, I would like to start with the session and just not going so much of formality. I would like to start this Young Scholars webinar series, day one, which is scheduled with today. We will have around 5 speakers from various domains. So we would start with Bhageshwar sir. Sir, Bhageshwar sir did his undergraduate in botany honors from Hindu College, which is a very esteemed, sought-after college of University of Delhi, and he is currently in his final year of studies of masters in forestry from Forest Research Institute, Dehradun. Yeah, the same place where Student of the Year series was shot, and obviously where our Indian forest servants are made. So he has also qualified UGC NET 2019, and he is the recipient of prestigious referred small grants for conservation in 2020. So he has immense list of prestigiousness. So on the way, so I would like to now pass on the dice to Bhageshwar sir, and sir, please take on the map, and it's all yours.
Thank you so much for a wonderful introduction. Uh, I would like to begin. Just please let me know that if my screen is visible to you, because I'm not able to see if it
Yes,
is
sir.
visible or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are now presenting your screen. We are able to see it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, like, this is the basic introduction of what the presentation will be about. It is about the different pathways in the forestry, wildlife, and conservation. And what are the different options we do have in the field of either it is forestry or it is wildlife or conservation or environment or any other similar options. So, briefly, I will tell about my background. Although it is already explained, I did my graduation in botany from Hindu College, and then I joined Forest Research Institute Dehradun for a master's in forestry. And right now, I'm in the fourth semester of masters in forestry, and currently working on my master's dissertation. Along with it, I have worked in Pahel NGO Jalandhar for 1 year as an executive, and and just recently, a month ago, I got a referred small grant. It is a grant for conservation to work in the field of conservation. So they give the grant to the individuals and not the organization. So I'll be talking about all these things in detail. Okay. So firstly, just let me know who all the audience is. Hello.
Yeah, you are audible, sir. Hello.
Okay, so the audience
Yeah.
is from school, high school, and graduation. Is it
Sir,
like this?
actually, we have a mixed audience. School is from higher secondary level. Students are also from undergraduate level, and some students have also joined from masters and even MPhilers. So we have a mixed
Okay,
audience.
okay,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
great, great. So it is very basic presentation. So firstly, we should know why we should do a degree in forestry or wildlife or conservation, or why there is a need to, and why. Uh, Firstly, we need to ask ourselves the same question. So, like, it's not like the kind of job, kind of work, field work is much similar to what we often see in the Discovery Channel or National Geographic Channel. So, that kind of work we actually do go in the field and work with the wildlife, with the plants. My interest is more into the plant taxonomy and identification of plants and the classification of plants and all. So there are some of my colleagues who are working in the field of wildlife. So they work in conservation of wildlife, either the big cats, lions, tigers, or maybe the other wildlife we do have in India and abroad. So firstly, why we should do a degree? So firstly, we should have an interest. If we do have an interest in the similar field, and then if we do have the interest in it, and if we know the importance of our study, then we should know what are the different options we do have. So what are the different career options in this? So there are government services. Government services are like Indian Forest Services or the state forest services. State forest services, they include as RFO, range forest officer, or ACF, assistant conservation of forest. So firstly, just let me make this clear that the government services do not have a prerequisite of a forestry degree. So you can have any graduation, Bachelor of Science degree, and then you can apply for such services. But the focus of these services are in the either it is forest or wildlife conservation. So it is Indian Forest Services (IFS). So the prerequisite is not the graduation in forestry or a post graduation in forestry. It is just the Bachelor's of Science degree in any subject. It can either be engineering also. So then there are field of a scientist or a research associate. So firstly, you have a degree, then you can work in some research institute. There are several research institutes such as FRI or Wildlife Institute of India or National Center for Biological Sciences. These are the government institutes, and there are so many private institutes working. You can work in NGO as consultant, or you can work in conservation organizations as an expert, as a resource person, as a consultant, as outreach officers. There are so many options. Like the NGOs are like WWF or this World Wildlife Fund for Nature, or Wildlife Trust of India, or NCF, Nature Conservation Foundation, WCS, Wildlife Conservation Society, then Wildlife SOS, Center for Environmental Education, or BNHS. BNHS is really a good NGO working, and then there is SIDAR working in the ecosystem conservation in Himalayas. Then we have the options like environmental journalism, or writing in the field of environment. So there are several magazines which do spread awareness through the journalism. So that is Century Asia, or there is online web magazine called Round Glass Sustain, or there is a magazine Research Matters or Save Us. So these are the different magazines. There are so many other options also, and then we have option of freelance ecologist. So although the life as a freelancer in ecology is not really easy, but there are few of the perks in this, that you are not directly associated with any of the institution, and you can work independently in any of the field you want to work. So it's not like you will have a foundation with some institute or something. So this is as a freelance ecologist, there are several grants available nationally, internationally, through which you can work as an ecologist. So where you can study. So in the background there is an institute in which I do study. It is Forest Research Institute. So there are several institutes in which you can study for either bachelor's or master's. So in the bachelor's we do have option. There are not so many options. It is either like BSc Forestry, I think, which is a good option for a bachelor's of science in forestry. So in this there is TNAU, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. It is a great university in Metupalayam in Tamil Nadu. And there is Punjab Agriculture University, which do give degrees in agroforestry specifically. And there is YS Parmar University of Horticulture and Forestry. So these are the universities. These are the government universities, state government universities, which give degrees in forestry. And then there are so many private institutions, like in Dehradun there are so many institutions. There is one Dolphin Institute of Forestry. So there are many private institutions, but right now I'm focusing on the government institutions here. So and then for the Masters of Science, MSc, we have options for MSc Forestry. The best institute which is considered for MSc Forestry is Forest Research Institute, Dehradun. And then there are options like Wildlife Institute of India for MSc in Wildlife Sciences. And there is option for MSc in Wildlife Science and Conservation in NCBS. So NCBS and WII release their admission forms in alternate years. So 1 year there is NCBS and in 1 year there is WII. So it varies like this. So I'll briefly go through all of the websites of these institutions so that you can see the website yourself only. So, and then that will be easy for you to understand that what kind of institutions they are. And then firstly, let me go through the websites, and then there are few of the fellowships to study abroad. So to see this is the Forest College and Research Institute, Metupalayam. It is in Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. It gives the course of BSc Honors in Forestry. So BSc Forestry you can do here, and then there is this YS Parmar University of Horticulture and Forestry in Solan, Himachal Pradesh. So this is their website, and all the details about the programs are given in their respective websites. You can see here. So this is BSc Forestry 4-year program. In the similar way, you can see the details here in this FCRI Metupalayam. And then there is Kumaon University in Nainital, which also have a department of forestry, environmental sciences. So it is really a good university for the study of forestry. It is in Nainital. So I'm talking about the graduation now. So there is FRI, Forest Research Institute, Dehradun. It gives the degree of MSc Forestry and then PhD. There are other courses also. It is MSc Forestry, Environmental Sciences, MSc Cellulose and Paper Technology, and MSc in Wood Science and Technology. All the details are there in the website. So these are the various options for in the field of forestry. And then if we come to the wildlife specifically, this is the Wildlife Institute of India. It is the best, one of the best institute to study wildlife in India. So, and if you see the courses, it is Masters in Wildlife Sciences. They give this course every alternate year. So all the details are written in the website. You can see the course structure is there, and it is really an amazing course. There are a lot of field works and all field tours. You go to the field, you work in the field, you work with various scientists all over India and abroad. And then there is Masters in Wildlife Biology and Conservation in NCBS, National Center for Biological Sciences, Bengaluru. So as I said, WII and NCBS, they both release their forms in every alternate year for their MSc. And there is this Indian Institute of Forest Management for those who are interested in more in the management rather than the basic core sciences. So IIFM is really good institute in this. This is the government institute, and there are programs like postgraduate diploma in forest management, or there are some few other programs. MPhil is also there. So these are the options, and then if we see further, these are the fellowships. It is the very basic, and not all the fellowships are there. Very common ones I have listed here. So one is DAAD DARD Fellowship in Germany. So they give this fellowship for in general for BSc and MSc studies. So all the details are there in their website. There is Commonwealth Fellowship in UK for the master's degree. Some of the amazing institutes in UK. There is Oxford or Cambridge, or in case you have an interest in botany, so there are Kew Gardens who do offer the courses through Queen's Mary University of London. So there are various programs in which you can enroll as a fellow, and getting a fellowship is not that as difficult as it is about learning about that fellowship, knowing that those fellowships exist and how to apply in those fellowships. There is Chevening Fellowship in UK. There is Rhodes Fellowship for Oxford University. Fulbright Nehru Fellowship for US. These all are for master's degree. There is Ravi Sankaran Inlex Fellowship. This fellowship in which they, if you have the offer letter of some university, you can apply to them for their independent fellowship through India. There is Erasmus Mundus program. Erasmus Mundus program changes every year. So I have not written the detail. You can see Erasmus Mundus program. They have their website, and much of the details are written in the website. It is an amazing program for master's degree. Why it is amazing? Because if there are 4 semesters in the masters, and then it is possible that all the 4 semesters you will be doing in 4 different countries, and so you get a lot of exposure to working in different countries. There is MES program, Masters in Environment Policy and Management. This is a great program in which you start in Budapest, Hungary, and then there is a 1 semester in Greece, and there is 1 semester in Sweden, and 1 semester you do have a choice of working, I think, in Manchester and some other countries also. So all these programs do have the scholarships also. Although the fee structure is quite high, but you do get the scholarships if you know about it well in advance and apply there. So, and then there is this website of MHRD, Ministry of Human Resource Development, this website in which they have the this scholarship announcement. So in this, it is by the Ministry of Human Resource Development India, and then they have several announcements of different scholarships in which you can apply. So you should visit this, in which you will have a different option. There is Global Korea Scholarship here, and then Commonwealth New Zealand Scholarship. All of these, if you keep on looking, you may find a scholarship which is suitable to you, to your interest, and you can apply there, and you can be a fellow through the Government of India. And there is this, it is Meet Yeti, Young Ecologist Talk and Interact. You can subscribe to their emails, and daily you get 4 or 5 emails in which there are several opportunities to work in ecology or wildlife sciences in India. So you get so many options through this website. So these are the different fellowships I have mentioned, and the options through which we can look for the fellowship. So this is the basic details. So just let me know what kind of questions you do have, and then I can explain it further. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, sir. Thank you very much. That was a very pretty good presentation. Actually, I myself feel to be a part of the forest, and you just explained the way these fellowship and scholarship, the way Erasmus Mundus work, and the way that did bad scholarship work. They would start in one country and in another country, and living in the lapse of nature. So, sir, thank you very much. You take out your time. So I would request all the participants to please put down their questions in the chat box, whatever the questions you have regarding forestry or the things sir pointed out. So yeah, go ahead.
I have not gone into detail in any of the field, because if there are questions, I can tell in more details that what kind of questions you do have,
Yes,
and how I can explain it in further.
Yes, sir. So yeah, any questions from the side of participants? Please do put in. Yeah. In the meantime, sir, I have a question. Sir, I have always seen the forestry as a field that really filled me with amazing. As a child, I grew up watching Nat Geo Wild and Animal Planet. So yeah, and being the part of the biology, I really feel it that we should do ultimately something for the nature. But as we grow up, we found that in India we have a program named as Indian Forest Servants, which come under the civil service. So
Indian Forest Services.
yeah, Indian Forest Services. So, sir, as you are doing your masters from FRI, so
Yeah.
our Indian Forest servants also do their, all the preparations in that academic institute.
In
So, how?
FRI only. Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do FRI manage both the programs in one go? Do you have interaction with those Indian Forest servants, or like you are just kept totally alienated from them, the students of
No,
Masters?
we have interaction. So let me explain about FRI.
Yes,
So
sir.
Forest Research Institute is an institute which have further 6 or 7 offices inside FRI. So one is FRI Forest Research Institute deemed to be university in which I am a student, FRI University. So there is Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, which is the academy for IFS, all the IFS probationers who get selected for Indian Forest Services. So this is inside the same campus. There is CASFOS, which is Central Academy for State Forest Services. So all the state forest services, which are rangers, range forest officers, or ACF, they get trained in that institute. And there is ICFRE, which is Indian Council for Forestry Education and Research. It is the premier government body for forestry education in India. So it is also in the same campus, and there is Directorate of Forest Education within FRI, and there is the regional office of Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So these many institutes are there inside the FRI only. So as a student in FRI, we stay in the campus. There are so many hostels there, so we stay in the campus. We often have interactions with the IGNFA forest officers, IFS probationers. Also, like IFS probationers do get their master's degree in forestry after their 18-month probation period there. And also the FRI gives the degree of MSc forestry differently as FRI University. So we have interaction with them because we're in the same campus. It can be a formal or informal interaction. So mainly they are informal interactions because university unfortunately do not organize such interactions with them. So maybe we meet them during the morning walk time, or if you are there doing birding. So some of the IFS officers are really interested in birding walk, or the morning nature walks, going to the forest. We meet them there. We can talk to them there. There are some of the officers there in which I have been taking guidance from which so they are in the different cadres right now. So there are several opportunities while being in the campus of FRI. The campus is amazing, but unfortunately, I will not say that university is really good. But the opportunities you get in the campus are so great that it everything covers. So it is not only about the building, because building of course is really good, but the forest and the options there, the resources available there are much better than anything else anywhere else in India.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be there and just get a chance to be with those persons who are eminent in the field of forestry. So yeah, sir,
Yeah.
we have a question from Aditi. She is asking, sir, can you explain about the fellowship a little bit more? Aditi, can you please unmute yourself and ask which kind of fellowship do you want to ask more, and what thing you wanna get more insight about? Aditi, are you listening? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Please go ahead.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Actually, I wanted to ask about the fellowships you gave, like the DAD and the Erasmus Mundus. I didn't get
Yeah.
it quite a bit, so if you can elaborate a little bit more.
Okay.
Yes.
Firstly, that's why I have mentioned I have opened the website only, because maximum detail is always there in the website. If I say something, maybe it is possible that I may skip something or something, or that's why I have opened the website here. So this is the details about Erasmus Mundus joint master's degree. So you see all the details are there on the website. You because the best thing is, more you explore on the internet, you more you will get to know about the fellowships. Okay, so there is this. I think you can see my screen now.
Yes. Uh,
So see the details are there. How to
I
apply
request Khushi to
there
please
in
mute herself.
Erasmus Mundus.
Rahul, please mute Khushi. I think she has just opened her mic.
See, all the details are there on the website. Okay, if you search there, the dad in Germany.
Yes,
You
sir.
will see the details there on their website. Okay. So best thing is I will suggest
Hello. Hello. Sir, am I audible?
Khushi, can
Uh,
you mute yourself?
yeah, she has did it. Bhageshwar sir, am I audible? I
yeah.
think we can't hear you now. Yes, sir, you are audible
Hello.
now.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay.
Continue.
Did you hear my last answer or you weren't able to?
Yeah, sir. We just listened to you a lot, but I think we lost something in
Okay,
just
the main
last few
thing I
seconds.
said was this only that you go through the different websites of all the fellowships. There are few of the fellowships I mentioned. This is really important. This Meet Yeti, you subscribe to them, and they will daily you will get so many emails from them of the different opportunities you may have in this field. So about the Erasmus funders, there is this general website in which they have listened there listed, and then there is a MESPOM program. You search about this program. It is Masters in Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. So this is a great program. It is also by Erasmus funders only. So you see their program. They have a deadline in January or February each year. So for 2021, the deadline is over. For 21, 22, you can apply by the end of this year. So the call for applications is there for 2020, 22. So next will be there by the end of this year, probably in October, November time. So keep on visiting these websites. This is one of my senior from graduation time from Hindu College. He did this program uh, there, and also I talked with him, and he said it is an amazing program. There are so many fellows. All the details are there on the website. So go through the website, explore them.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I think Aditi sir has given a very detailed answer about your question. So, yeah, you can just anytime go on the web, and he has described many of the fellowship and scholarship. So, you can, for the details, you can always search around. Yeah, so, sir, we have another question from Marika Jain, ma'am. She's our senior. She is currently an MPhil zoology student. So she is asking what are the career options available in forestry for a as a zoology student if we want to switch someday.
Okay, so there are basic things I have mentioned earlier. Just a minute, I will present
Mm-hmm.
this. So for a zoology student, we have there are institutions like FRI or WII or NCBS or other such. There are some CSIR institutes or there is IASC Bengaluru or Indian Institute of Science Education and Research ICERs. There are 5 ICERs in India. All these institutes have a different have a vacancy for scientists at different times of the year. So you apply there as a scientist as research associate, and these are if you want to work core in the core research field area. There are NGOs or conservation organizations which work. Uh, you see here this this is the website of Wildlife Institute of India, and so here is the option C, announcements. In these announcements, you can see that all the details are written. If they have some vacancy or something, everything is written in the announcements, and you go through that, and you will get to know about the options you can work, different recruitments they have. MSc zoology or BSc in zoology, they have options in the core field of wildlife conservation. There are some vacancies in which the main education criteria is qualification required is a
Hello.
degree in zoology.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, so, sir, we have another question from Astha Jha. Uh, she is telling that I have just appeared 12th board this year. So can I carry these courses for my further studies? Will it be beneficial for me? So I think sir has already explained the various prospects of it. But sir, yeah, please.
Yeah, there are several programs for options like BSc. I did BSc in botany from Hindu College. Okay, that was
Hello.
hello.
Please mute yourself and please wait for the turn. Please put your questions in the chat box. Yeah, thank you. Sir, please.
Okay, so there are courses, specific courses in core sciences, basic sciences. Like there is BSc in botany or BSc in zoology in different institutes. The Central University, one of the best university considered is the University of Delhi. Few of the colleges are really good there, North Campus. So there you can do a course in basic sciences, which can be botany or zoology or geology. So these are the courses, and then if you want to go to the core science in forestry, so this is the best institute for BSc in forestry, Mettupalayam, it is in Tamil Nadu. And then there is this YS Verma University of Horticulture and Forestry, it is in Solan. So they have a BSc honors in forestry 4-year program. Also 4-year program is there in FCRI Mettupalayam, BSc honors in forestry. So you can, Kumar University is really good in Nainital about forestry for BSc in forestry. So these are the institutes you can approach for your bachelor's degree in forestry. So if it is in basic sciences, botany, zoology, so colleges like Hindu College, Hansraj, also different colleges of University of Delhi or some state central universities like there is Punjab University or the university, specific university in your state, it is up to, it depends, they have different entrance examinations, so you can appear for that, and this is how you can initiate your study in the field of wildlife conservation or forestry or environmental conservation.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So we have another question in our chat box from Gargi Srivastav. She's asking, what is the scope of forest services after completing masters in biotechnology?
Masters in biotech forest services like Indian Forest Services.
Yeah, maybe she's asking for that.
Okay, so I also mentioned earlier, Indian Forest Services or the government services do not have a prerequisite of a degree in forestry. They just need a bachelor's in science degree, so it can be anything. So it is not that after doing MSc forestry, they will give us a preference in the government services. So it is more like you prepare for them. It is the basic UPSC examination prelims, which usually uh, they happens in June, and there is mains examination in November. So this year, due to the COVID crisis, the schedule has changed. Uh, Although this is the basic schedule, the UPSC conducts the examination. For IFS, the basic prelims is same for IFS and IAS and other government services. For mains examination, IFOS has a different mains examination. So they have you choose two different subjects, and then there is a basic GS exam. So after that, IFS conducts their own separate interview, personality interview in the usually in the month of February or March. So and then you join the Indian Forest Services. So you do not really have an edge if you have a degree in biotechnology or forestry or something, but it really gives you the edge while in the service, because while you will be in the service, you will have more knowledge about this particular field if you already did your basic graduation in that particular field only. So although the
Yeah.
government do not have a prerequisite of such a degree.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you answered questions very politely. I'm really feeling very good that yeah, I'm also getting various insight of the field. So, sir, we have a question from Shalu Lamba. She's asking that can you explain good science and technology placement? Yeah. So this is a course in sir's institute, that is Forest Research
Yeah, this
Institute.
is Good
Uh,
Science and Technology is in FRI,
yes,
this
sir.
course. And if you join as WST student in FRI, firstly, I think you should know the. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The screen
Okay,
is-
so I'm opening the MSc in Wood Science and Technology. So, firstly, the eligibility criteria is bachelor's degree with physics, mathematics, and chemistry.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir. I think we are not able to hear you.
In
Hello.
such
Yes, yes,
MSc
you are.
degree, and they have 100% placement in this particular course. In forestry or environmental sciences, the placement is less, but in MSc and WST, they boast about the 100% placement. So basic industries which give the placement to the students of WST is either the paper or plywood industries, so, or as a plantation manager in several industries, because right now the major aspect coming up in forestry is the agroforestry. You might have seen the various eucalyptus or populus plantation in, at least in northern plains area, maybe in Punjab, Haryana, or Uttar Pradesh, or these regions. So all this is the popular or eucalyptus. They go into the paper and plywood industry. So WST students usually get placed in such industries as a plywood plantation managers or something. So this is the wood science and technology. Details are here on the website. Anything else you asked about WST?
Yes, sir.
I'm
Sir,
sorry,
thank
I'm
you,
not
sir.
able to see the questions here. So can you just
Sir,
repeat
you
the
can
question?
check your chat box. There are questions placed in the chat box. Yes.
But I'm not able to see the chat box. I don't know what is this
I think, sir,
problem.
there is some sort of technical glitch. If you just click it on the chat box, you will see the questions are just here only.
Because I click on the chat box and it is not opening. Maybe
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can just speak the question.
Sir,
Not an
sir.
issue.
Yes, sir. So we have a next question. I think people on our live stream on YouTube are asking that what should be the strategy for a school student to reach here? What should be their bachelor's course? So yeah, I think sir has already told about this question that yeah you can do in basic courses in sciences. Yeah, so we have just taken that question. So
I just like to add, it all depends
yes, yes,
on
okay.
in which field you have interest in. I was interested in botany initially, so I did graduation in botany. So if you have interest in zoology, you can do a bachelor's in zoology. Or if you think forestry as such is good, so just open their website, see their course, and then they have a basic details there, and then syllabus is there. You can open the syllabus, and through the syllabus, you will get to know that what kind of teaching they do in their institute, so that you will get to know whether you have interest in that kind of thing or not. So it all depends on your interest. So firstly, you should know what you are interested in, because initially I did know that I have interest in plants, nothing else. So plants were synonymous with botany, so I started with botany initially. So it's not that in my 12th standard I was completely clear that I will be doing forestry. I had no idea, but I just did know that I have interest in plants, and also I started with botany initially. So it all depends where you have interest in the field of biological sciences, because we all are here, I think, from the field of biological sciences only.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so sir, I think you can, reach down your chat box after you would stop presenting your screen. You are not able to, see your chat box because you are currently presenting. So yeah, that may
Okay.
be the reason. Yeah. So sir, we have a question, a last question from the Deeptanu Chaudhary. He is asking, can you explain the job and placement of plant pathology? I think he is from agriculture background. So yeah.
Okay. Plant pathology. I'm sorry, I do not have so much details on that, but I just know about ICAR, Council of Agriculture Research, which is the premier institute in India for the agriculture. And through ICAR only, there are placements in several institutes throughout India. So there is PAU or Agriculture University in Haryana or in Tamil Nadu. All the states have their agriculture universities, so it is through ICAR only you get to know about the placements in the field of plant pathology. I'm sorry, I cannot like tell you in more detail because I do not know much about this.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, because these are in the field of agriculture sciences. There is a separate domain.
ICAR, just see ICAR, and you will get to know about this.
Yes, sir, yeah, yeah, sir. Thank you. So, sir, we are done with the questions, and many of the participants are saying thank you, sir. Apart from that, I would request you to please share your email ID. So, if somebody have question, afterwards, so they can just mail you down.
I
If
have
you
shared the email ID and this presentation. You can
yes,
see
sir.
it here, I think. Just
Yes,
note
sir.
it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. So, participants, if you have some of the questions, you can just mail him down. Uh, uh, Apart from
You
that,
can write to me, and I'll be really happy to answer any of your questions. And if I have any further resources, I will share those resources also. Uh, this is it.
thank you very much, sir, for taking out your precious time. He was just busy in writing down his final dissertation work, but still he took out the time for us. So, sir, we are very thank you for you. And
Thank you. It is really good to interact with you all. And the best thing is, we should all know that what are the options in which we can. And I would just like to mention for a fun fact that this kind of field work is really amazing and adventurous. You actually get to go and work as what people do in those fancy channels like Discovery or National Geography. You actually go into the jungles, deep in the jungles, in the FRI, we have field work, field tours, etc. So last year we had a field tour in which we had a tour for 25 days. We went to four different South Indian states and stayed in the jungles all the time. So it all you get to do so many adventures through your institute only. So it all depends on how much interested you are.
okay, sir. Okay, thank you very much, sir. So, sir, yeah, now
Okay, fine.
you
Thank
can, sir, please stop sharing your screen. Yeah, yeah, thank you very much, sir. Sir, it was really very informative session on a serious
you.
note.
You are welcome.
Yeah,
Just anyone
yeah,
has a
thank
question,
you.
they can write to me.
Yeah, yes, sir. Sure. So now carry on to this session. We have our next guest speaker, Mr. Samir Sylvia Case. So I would like to welcome Samir. Mr. Samir, please, are you? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, Samir.
Me?
Sir, Samir, your voice is little blurry. Please, can you please
Hello.
check out your
One, two.
voice? You are not audible actually.
Hello, hello. Am I audible now?
Yeah. You are now audible now.
Yeah.
But again, I think there's some sort of technical glitch. We aren't able to hear you properly.
Maybe this is because of network problem, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. Oh, I don't know what's happening.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you now. Sir, I think you can just. Are you using your earphone, sir?
Yeah, right
Hello,
now I'm using my earphone.
sir. I think you
I'm
should
using my earphone.
just try without using the device. There's always some sort of disturbance in the. Hello.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, sir. You are perfectly audible now. Thank you. Yeah, so I would like to welcome Mr. Samir Sylvia. So, sir, he did his undergraduate in life sciences from Sri Aurobindo College. That is also a very prominent part of University of Delhi. He was very fondly into nature and stuff. He was also a very good photographer. He did a very, in his undergrad time, a very good photography of nature, wildlife, and anything that he see of. After completing his graduation, he has cleared all India level combined entrance examination for biotechnology, which is conducted by JNU. And now, for the information I'm telling that JNU SEEB has been replaced with graduate aptitude test, which would be conducted by Regional Center of Biotechnology. So, yeah, sir will tell you more details about it. So, currently, after clearing his SEEB examination, he chose Department of Biotechnology at Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. So, yeah, currently he is doing his master's in biotechnology. So yeah, he would tell us about biotech, one of the most boom sector worldwide. Yeah, so over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ayush.
Yeah,
That was a very good
you can first share
introduction for
your
me.
screen and go ahead. Dice is all yours.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So, lots of stuff have been told by Mr. Bhageshwar Singh, sir. So, basically, I will be dealing with you about how to. There are lots of students who are doing 12th and who are doing undergraduation. Those are who are clueless and they don't know what to opt, where to go, how to go. So, basically, my focus will be on students who are in 12th and undergrad graduation. So, I am from a department of biotechnology and I'm doing my MSc. I'm in first year and it is in Summerhill, Shimla. And I will tell you about how I went to that place, what I did, what happened with me. So I will be dealing with you with that. So let me tell you basic things. If somebody who is in 12th or doing undergrad, so I will be telling you basic things about biotechnology. Biotechnology, it is an interdisciplinary field that includes biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, engineering, and others. It includes technological applications that require living organisms and biological systems to develop specific processes and lots of new products, uh, new biotechnological inventions or products that we hear in our day-to-day life, which are used by everyone, and that encourages students to take biotechnology. A lot of courses of undergraduation and post graduations are available in these streams, like bachelor's, master's in biotechnology, uh, MTech, BTech, PhD in biotechnology, with various career options. In spite of lots of courses available, the career path in biotechnology for BTech biotech students still remain confused. Lots of parents and students are unaware about the biotechnology and they are like little nervous that whether they will get a good job, they will get a good salary or not. But I would like to tell you that biotechnology is a very good career to make, and you will receive humongous salary if you will know about biotechnology. So
So, sir, Sumi sir, I would like to intervene in the mid. Sir, please, present your screen or just made it landscape. We are just, can't see it in the full view.
acha, acha.
So,
Okay,
you
fine,
can
fine,
just,
fine, fine.
you can just do it from your screen as only. Yeah. S-
Actually, I'm using my cell phone to present my presentation, so it's like
okay, okay. Yeah, sir.
I
Okay,
hope
okay.
more of I will tell you. There is not much on presentation. I will tell you
Okay, okay.
more about
Sure,
it.
sure, perfect.
So yeah. So let me carry on. So where I was telling about the biotechnology. So it is a combination of biology, which we are lots of us are biology student, and it's a combination of technology. If you are really a science student, you should be always asking what, how, why. If you are asking these three questions, you are really a science student. So basically, biotechnology uses various concepts of biology for modifying biological systems, cell structures, and processes in engineering as well as technology related applications. And biotech students have a vast scope as they can work in sector of pharmaceutical, agriculture, healthcare, food processing, nutrition, animal sciences, and environmental conservations. Not in terms of opportunities, even salary packages of biotechnology professors are huge. They get good salary. You can be a research scientist if you are opting for CSIR, which is very a known exam for doing a PhD, and later you can be a research scientist. Uh, this is biotechnology is not only combined theoretical sciences attitude such as cell biology, molecular biology, etc., but also it deals with the chemical engineering, information technology, and being a biotech student, if you have a keen interest in the biological sciences and have an analytical mind as well as problem solving skills, you can be a very successful researcher in biotechnology. And there are few scientists, research scientists in several councils of institution which are CSIR and BRI, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. These are the various uh, research councils where you can work, where you can do your job, and uh, how to do MSCs in biotechnology, or how to clear MSCs, your entrance exam for doing biotechnology. I was doing my undergraduation from University of Delhi, and I was doing life sciences, which comprises all the chemistry, biology, botany, zoology. All these three are the majors as I was doing my life sciences. That was a program course, and lately I gave this examination JNU C, which is my colleague Ayush Tyagi told us that now this is GAT B, that is same as C, but the name has been changed. So I cleared that exam, and there are 30, 32 to 33. Recently, I don't know the exact figure, but at my time it was 33 center universities where there are MSCs in biotechnology, and you will once you clear the exam, you will get a list of all those 33 universities, and you will give preference to the universities which you like to go, and among them there are few names which are very famous, like JNU, BHU, uh, Savitribai Phule University, and there are lots of universities which are which are available for doing MSCs in biotechnology. So you just have to appear for this GAT B, and once you clear this exam, you will be able to go to the college which you want to go. So this is all about how to reach to uh, uh, MSc biotechnology by clearing this exam. As I know that there are lots of students who are in this group, so which are who are basically doing their PhDs, maybe PhDs, or already pursuing their masters. But my concern was to tell those students, those participants who are doing 12th, or those are just cleared past, those are just past 12th or doing undergrad, and they are clueless about where to go and how to apply for the exams. There are lots of exams to join for MSCs. You can personally check the sites of the universities and apply for them to join universities for doing MSCs, or either bachelors. So here, this is the only thing what I wanted to tell you about biotechnology, and I guess I'm done with that. If you have any question, there will be lots of speaker who will come and tell you more about what to do after MSCs, and how to go to abroad and all. But my major concern was to tell those students who are basically in undergrad and just cleared the 12th. So this is what I wanted to tell you, and I have done my quota.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to ask the participant to please put down their questions in the chat box. And I will also want to add down that Samir is very onto the ground person, so he hasn't told much. In this field, if you just clear out your GAT or JNU CEEP examination, you will also entitled for like a stipend of 5,000 or 7,000 rupees.
Yeah,
Samir,
I
can you
forget to
please?
tell you about that.
Yeah.
We get stipend of 5,000 rupees each per month by DBT, that is Department of Biotechnology. It is a central department that fund us every student 5,000 rupees per month. So I forget to tell you about that.
Yeah, so it's a very, amazing concept that you just start earning as soon as you reach down to your masters, because in our field it is always said that we just do our, masters or even MPhil and we are not earning. So yeah, if you are really into just, start and as soon as you want to get into a master, so you can just clear this examination. And yeah, this is basically biotechnology is told as the discipline which is job oriented. Yes, sir. So please, sir, we have a question from some of the participants that Astha Jha. Sir, you explained very well, but please make me clear that can biotechnology be without biodiversity?
See, without biodiversity, it is like I did my undergraduation in life sciences, which comprises of botany, zoology, and chemistry, and even the maths is also needed. So biodiversity is a very needed thing to clear the biotechnology. You should have at least knowledge of what goes around and what goes through the biodiversity. So it is necessary. It is necessary. Not very necessary, but you should know basic things. But basically, it deals with the zoology, botany, and little bit of maths. Maths is not that tough, but if you had maths in 12th, it will be easy for you to clear C or GATB.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So, sir, I think, sir, please, can you put down your email ID, or you can just tell, paste it
I'm
down in the chat
writing it
box.
on the chat box.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
will see.
Yeah. So, sir, thank you very much, Samir, sir. You pointed out, various aspects of biotechnology and how to get it. So, apart from any question that you have, you can always, write it down to Samir, sir. He has just put down his email ID. So, yeah, thank you very much, sir, for taking out your precious time. Uh, we are highly thankful to you on the behalf of full team Knowledge Seekers. I wanna say thank you to you. So, yeah, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
So yeah, now continuing the session, I would like to welcome Mr. Saurabh Yadav. Saurabh sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm audible. Hello,
Hello,
I'm audible. Am I audible?
Mr. Saurabh, can you please? Am I audible,
Yes,
participants?
you are audible, but
Hello,
hello, hello.
Rahul, can you hear me?
You are audible.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So yeah, Saurabh sir, please, yeah, he's with us. So I would like to welcome Saurabh sir on behalf of full participants and team knowledge seekers. So welcome to this session, sir. Yeah, he is with us. We can see you. Yeah. So talking about Mr. Saurabh Yadav. So he did his undergraduate from biomedical sciences from ANDC College, which is Acharya Narendra Dev College, which is a very prestigious college of again University of Delhi. So it is one of the only two of the colleges which offer this very expected course of biomedical sciences. So he did his undergraduate from this, and after completing his undergraduate, he cleared again Delhi University entrance test for masters. He joined Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Center for Biomedical Research. So currently he is doing his masters in biomedical sciences, and apart from that, he has also cleared his CSR NET in 2019. So yeah, we can also ask him, those tricks and things about how to clear that daemon of CSR net. So yeah, sir, please take on the mic, and yeah, thank you very
I can
much.
present. I can present now. Hello,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
can I present now?
Sir, please, your volume is little less, so please,
Okay,
you can just
just
bring mic
just
a little
okay, just a second.
closer to you so that we can hear you more properly.
Just a second. Just give me 1 minute.
Saurabh, sir, please,
Am
I
I
think.
audible? Am I
Sir,
audible?
you are audible, but your volume is relatively very low. That it is very hard to gather what you are speaking. We can hear you,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's not.
Sonal sir, you can take off your earphones.
Yeah, I think his AirPod is creating some sort
Am I
of.
audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are perfectly audible now. Thank you.
Okay, this is fine, sir. Okay. So I'm now presenting my screen. Okay. Is visible?
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Visible. Okay. So you can see the slide.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you see? The slide is visible or not? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay. So, good morning to all. My name is Saurabh, and currently I am pursuing my master's from Delhi University, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Center for Biomedical Research, and I have completed my BSc honors from in the field of biomedical sciences from Acharya Narendev College, that is also from Delhi University. So I'll be telling you guys like what is biomedical science and how to get to the DU, University of Delhi, and how to what to do after getting into masters, how to get to the internships or what to do, how to get to the certificate courses, and how to boost your CV, everything. So let's start. So can somebody say that I'm audible or not? Just check me, just for the check.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay. So I'm starting with the slides. Okay. Okay. How to get to the right track? When we are in 12th or when we have completed our bachelor studies or completed our master studies. So so everyone speak of like, what is the what is the right track where we should go. So it's up to you where you want to do what you want to do. You want to do and you want to do engineering or you want to do a med school or you want to do for you go for UPSC exams. So you should know what is best for you, what is best suited for you, guys. So you should check your background, what you can do, what's in your mind. You should not listen to somebody say for example, say someone says like you should go for med school. Then you should think of that. Can I do this? Am I, mm, am I well and good for this job or for this course? So you should know what it takes, what you should get into after getting into the med school or getting to the IITs. So it's up to you. You should choose the right track for you. So how to get to the right track? The answer is simple. It's up to you. You choose the course or the path on your own. And so our session is for all of the student, like be it's 12th student or be an bachelor student or MS student. So what next after 12th? After 12th, we have like three options in my mind. Like it's the first option is simple. You get to IITs or med school. The second is you get to the core science or in-depth study of any field of interest. Or third option is start preparing for the job-oriented exams. For those people who are not well uh, in their family or their earning is not so good, they start earning early in their life. So they just after 12th they they go for the job oriented exams, they pass it and they go for the jobs. But if you are thinking of going to into the research field, then you have to do the basic science. For the basic science you should study core science, and in core science you should know, you should go for the in-depth study of any field of interest. You like if technology interests you or if biochemistry interests you, you should go for bachelor's in biochemistry or immunology or microbiology, like that. So the study of core science is very basic need for the research. If you want to do research in a government lab, then you also need to clear exams like CSIR and ICMR. So you need to have a basic fundamental uh, knowledge of the science, the core science which you are interested in. So these were the three options in my mind. If you have any other options or if you have anything other in your mind, you can mail me. I will drop down my mail in the chat box later. So what you get after you choose DU? Many of guys think when we were in 12th, we thought that oh, DU is so nice. DU has this ranking, and Delhi is the capital of country. So it's very good campus, and it's very good university. But what you get is something different. You get a range of courses in the DU. You might find each course interesting. In the brochure, you will find that each course has its pros and cons, but you will find each course interesting. Uh, what you how can you start with preparing for the DU? If you are done with the 12th and you are going for the bachelor's or like BA or BSc for the DU, you can start listing the courses which you want to study further. Also make a list of preferred colleges. You guys should check the past cutoffs for the concerned colleges. Uh, they are the list of the cutoffs, previous year cutoffs. You can see the website, that is www.du.ec.in. You can check on that also. So this is the current NIRF ranking 2020. You can see that Miranda House is at number 1, Lady Shriram College at number 2, Hindu College 3, Stephens, Hansraj, Shriram College. You can see that Atmaram Sanatan Dharam College, Venki College, and Gargi College, and ANDC, that is Acharya Nehru College, they are colleges from the South Campus. So there was the news that earlier, like 3-4 years back, that North Campus colleges are very best. The South Campus are not that good. So it's not true. Every college in the EU has its own value, because every college has good good professors. They are valued professors. They are they have done research in good uh, research institutes across the globe, or across the India. The good premium institutes across the India. So they are the best professors teaching in valuable colleges. So you cannot say that the South Campus or North Campus is best. Every college has its own value. So what is the application process? You just have to apply online. You just have to select some courses. Then the cutoffs are released in somewhere around end of the July. Then you can go for the direct admission in the colleges. This year I don't know about the process, how to get to the admission process. You can check on the website. So what are cutoffs like? Cutoffs vary for each course and depends on the particular college. But we can say that you can get the best colleges in you at about 80 to 85%. If you are 80 to 85% is 12, then you can go for best. You can get best colleges. But also it's also the fact that if you are having 65 to 70% in your 12th, you can also get admitted to some colleges. Some I don't know the name of the college. It's in the North Campus. You can get uh, admitted to that also. So yes, it doesn't depend on the campus. It does depend on the college, the professor, the institute, or uh, the subject of which you are choosing. So you should start making the list of the courses you want to study. Start making the list of the colleges you want to study. Then you can go for check your marks, check the past cutoffs of the colleges. Then you can have an idea of which college you will be getting. So what after the bachelor's, like you are done with your bachelor's. Now what you can do, what are the chances you get in DU? So in DU, every college has its placement cell. You can search for jobs straight away from the college. They give about 2 to 3 lakh per annum. And you can also, there are a majority of students in DU who go for the professional courses like MBA. They also go for UPSC exams. And the third option is study further to explore the field which attracts you, or you think it's most suited for you. So in my case, I chose the third option. because I always wanted to do research in the field of biology. Right now, I'm not, you know, I cannot share what field I want to study particularly, but I can say that I was always interested in biology, so I chose this third option, and I have done my bachelor's in biomedical sciences, and then then I chose this third option. I applied for the DU set exams, that is combined interest and test, and I passed the test for the MSc courses for the biomedical MSc in biomedical sciences. Then I got admitted to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Center for Biomedical Research, and now I will tell what are the scope of the master's courses in DU. So why I choose DU for masters was there are some pros and there are cons also. But let me tell you about the pros. The If you can see that there are same range of courses as in bachelors, the same range of courses which were in bachelor is the same for the masters. You see same, like if you are having BSc in biomedical sciences, then you also have MSc. Then if you are having BSc in microbiology, then you also get to see the MSc in microbiology. So the range is same for the courses. Also, you get to chance to study from experienced professors. uh, they In the masters you get to study from a experienced professor, like they are working for, like they are having their research, they are doing their research for about 20 to 30 years, so they are pretty experienced and they know how to study, how to uh, do a research and how to motivate students. So yes, you get a chance to study from the experienced professors, and you get a chance to meet young fellows working in a particular domain of your area. Like they are young PhD students also. If you are in a department, for example, in my department, that is biomedical sciences. So our classes are we attend our classes in our department, and in the same in the same institute we have our PhD student also. There are labs and we can meet the PhD student, we can share our views, they can share their views. So it's a very friendly environment between MSc students and PhD students. So you get a chance to meet young fellows, so you get a chance to directly see what is happening right now. Like PhD students are doing their research, and you get to see in hand experience of everything that is happening in your institute or in the field of biology. So what are the cons? The cons are, like, there is a one simple con. It is one of the major concern, the number of seats per courses in the masters. There are limited seats in the master courses, so they are pretty competitive exams. So in my case, for the biomedical sciences, it was around 50 seats, but it is quite good. But you see, like for the MSc in biochemistry and MSc in genetics, they are just 6 to 8 seats, 8 to 10 seats, like this only. So the majority of courses are like that. The seats are under 10. So yes, there is this simple and major concern for the master courses. So how to prepare for a master course, master admission, masters in BMS? So if you are from a life science background, then you need to know what are the topics that are covered in life sciences. Uh, you need to know what life science is. You know, like in my view, immunology, molecular biology, biochemistry, and genetics are the most important aspect of the life science course, and thus the admission, the BMS, the biomedical sciences master's application process. In the admission test, you will find that full of questions from these area only. You'll find questions from immunology, molecular biology, biochemistry, and genetics. Mostly the questions are from there. You also see some general knowledge questions or general questions. Also, if you are from science background, I will say that you need not to worry very. you just have to revise your basics from your bachelor studies, your what you studied in the first year, second year, third year. What was your major aspects in your area? You have studied 3 year for 3 year life sciences, so you need not to worry. You just have to revise everything. And lastly, I would say that it's always good to solve previous year paper, and you can find these papers on u.ac.in. So this is this is the thing, mm, that I think in my mind I can say that this is simple technique that how you can crack this master's BMS exams. And if you want to study extra, if you are bored of heavy books and printouts, then you can go for these books. This is Life Science Fundamental and Practice 1, and this is Life Science Fundamental and Practice 2, published by Pathfinder Publications. Why I chose this book was these books are best in the market, simple, and they contains everything that you need. They contain, I'm 100% sure that they contain everything that you need to study in the field of life science. And every question that comes from life science cannot be from out of these books. So if you want to study extra, and you can have these two books. You can order it on Amazon, Flipkart, and or you just ask at your nearest bookstore. So yes, you can get to these books. What next after getting admitted? After you getting admitted in the BMS, what you see is you'll find this. It is one of the best courses in Delhi University. You can't say that it's multidisciplinary, but you can say that it contains major disciplines that are concerned in the field of life sciences and biology. And the main advantage of studying biomed is that you get to explore both. What are these both things? The first thing is new subjects like bioinformatics, next gen sequencing, CRISPR, etc. These are the emerging field in the field of biomedical sciences, or you can say that in the life science. Also, you get to explore the classical subjects like biochemistry, molecular biology, genetics, biology, etc. So these all things you get. You get best course. You get to study best things in the field of biomedical sciences or biological sciences. And what next after this? Right, you have completed your masters also. And what you after completing this master's study, you will find that the course is structured like that. You get to know best institute all across the globe where you can go for the further study. And in India, you can go for premium institutes like ISC, that is Indian Institute of Science, IIT, TAFER, that is Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, ISERS, Institute of Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, NCBS, that is National Center for Biological Sciences, Bangalore, NCCS, that is National Center for Cell Sciences, NII, that is National Institute of Immunology, NBRC, that is National Brain Research Center. One of my friend is from NBRC. He completed his master's study in neuroscience. He will be presenting his views on his institute and on his area tomorrow in the in the in the last session, I guess. And this is RCB, like Regional Center for Biotechnology. It's like co-funded by UNESCO and DBT. So yeah, these are the one of the premier institutes in India. You can go for PhDs in these institutes, or you can have a research experience. You can apply for the research associate post. Research associate post are a 1 year post or 6 month post. You can just go in the lab and start working. Your principal instructor, that PI, will instruct you for 1 year or 1 year. So he'll be telling you what to do, and you will have a great experience there. So you can do that also if you don't want to do a PhD right now after the MSc. So also, if you are more concerned about disease-oriented research, then you can go for the AIMS, TMC, that is Tata Medical Center. They are located in Kolkata as well as in Mumbai, and you can go for PGI, that is Postgraduate Institute Chandigarh. You can also get to some medical colleges in India, like Maulana Azad Medical College. this is the topmost medical college of India. So you can go there also. So there is a this question makes everyone very like what to do after MSc. Can I go for PhD, or just like can I settle with a job? Can I go for job straight away from the MSc? Yes, you can go for jobs, but there is one limitation. You need to know what expertise you need for the particular job. Like for example, if you are going in a biotech field directly from your MSc, and you need to know what you need for the job. Like you can get a certificate in big data management, then you get to a biotech, a private biosector job, or you can have a certificate in R Studio, Biostat, or you can go into pharmaceutical companies. So you need to know what you want for this job. Also, if you don't want directly a job, you can just simply apply for a simple internship. Then you get to know, can I be suited for this job or not? If you are suited for this job, then you can apply for this job again after the internship. Also, there are majority of options for MSc student after the MSc. You can go for government job, private sector job, or biotech jobs. So you just have to check regularly for this, or we would update these information in coming weeks or so on our Instagram page or YouTube or website. We'll update these things on our pages. So yes, thanks for joining. And if you have any further question or want some information regarding DU or anything, you can mail me just at saurabh081995@gmail.com. So thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It was really very informative session, and you took a very wide horizon where you just took care of all the aspects of biological sciences, not just dreaming into biomed science. You just tell that what exactly be your future prospects of after MSc, and how we can get a job and how to get certified. So yeah, this was a really the practical knowledge that we should have. You focused upon. So yeah, I would like to ask all the participants if they have any questions regarding the any subject that sir has discussed. So you can please just write down in your chat box, and sir would be happy to answer that. Yeah. So I think people are saying very much thank you. Okay. So yes. So Saurabh sir has just write down his email ID in the chat box. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, so I just missed it out. Sorry for that. Yeah, Astha Jha has asked a question that tell me what are new research trends in medical electronics. Okay, so she, I think, want to focus about biophysics, I think, or sir can take this question. Yes, sir.
I think medical electronics, you can say that it's like the nanotechnology field is getting big and big, that it has covered all the area of medical field. So if the medical and nanotechnology are both coming as a new emerging field, and the nanoparticles or the biosensors, these are really being used for the cancers and the diseases like Alzheimer's. So there are a lot of diseases which are being treated with the like nanotechnology and biosensors, as well as the biophysical instruments like these MRI and IRs. These are these are used, but not in the field of not in the field of treating the disease. These are just used in the basic studies. These are used in research areas, not in the medical field. So yes, medical electronics. If you would like to ask about medical electronics, it would be like we are using nanoparticles for treating the disease right now all across the globe.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. I think there are. I would also like to add on that there are various emerging disciplines. If we just take into amalgam of mathematics and biological sciences, so there are courses that are emerging like bioengineering, where we focus
Yeah,
upon building up instrumentation, just like we are using in the times of COVID.
yeah,
Yeah,
they are making like biosimulators.
yeah,
They are
exactly.
making biosimulators. So
Uh,
yes.
Yeah, so thank you very much, sir. Any question that you have, you can just write it down to sir. He would be happy to answer all that. So yeah, thank you very much, sir. You give a very deep insight about various aspects of biological sciences, and you have just get rid of various myths that we remain into that. Yeah, we cannot get into jobs, and yeah, we have to just carry on with our MPhils and PhD. Then only we can get into some
So
earning some money.
we would be updating all of the participants in our Instagram or YouTube page about the jobs or
Yeah.
the exams they can give. We would be basically focusing on the jobs part, because jobs are not well explained everywhere. So we'll be
Yeah, yeah, sir. So thank you very much. So yeah, for
thank you.
taking out the time, and yeah. So now we will just like to continue our session, and we'll give a huge thanks from the team knowledge seekers and all the participants to the Saurav Yadav sir for giving out such a nice session and presentation that he made. Yeah. So now coming on to the next session, we have with us Mr. Abhay Sai. Abhay, can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
I'm
So,
audible.
yeah, 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 I can hear you very well. So, yeah, sir, thank you very much for joining in. Yeah, so Abhay, sir, did his undergrad in botany honors from Hindu College. That is all again a very prestigious institute, as stated by Saurabh, sir, the number third institute of India in the field of science and tech. Yeah, so he did his undergraduation from Hindu College in botany honors. Yeah, but after that, he took a very different track. After pursuing and continuing his undergrad, he tracked and moved towards management. Yeah, because most of us don't have courage to take this much of path. So he just took a courage and he just changed down his track. So he cleared CAT examination in 2019. Yeah, that is a very hard thing for a biological science student. Yeah, because it has a lot of mathematics and analytical problems that we really find it hard to crack. But so yeah, he cleared his CAT for that is for very prestigious institutes of India in the field of management, that are Indian Institute of Management (IIMs). So and now he is IIM Ranchi convert. Yeah, so called in the field of management. He's in Ranchi convert, and as soon as we would just get out of this COVID, he would just join the IIM Ranchi campus, and he would. So today he will give insight about that. What can be our career perspectives as a biological science student in the field of management, and how to crack it down and various others. So yeah, I would like to ask sir to present his screen. Yeah. So over to you, sir.
So my presentation is visible.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Is it visible? So just present it down. Yeah, sir. It's perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So my name is Abhay, and as I used told you that I have done my bachelor's in botany from Hindu College, DU, and I have qualified CAT 2019, and I'm selected for the various institutes of IIMs, and now I will be joining IIM Ranchi for their MBA program. So now I have done bachelor's in botany, and now I am shifting from botany to management, and this is considered as one of the uncommon thing in that everybody is not focusing in an area that uh, I mean, hello.
We can hear you, sir. You are audible. Go ahead.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
You are perfectly
So
audible.
I was saying that the career in management after biological sciences is very uncommon. So um, well, our parents do not support it, and in India we do not have that kind of flexibility. So I took a courage and I took a management as my career. I'm going to take management as my career. So while we are deciding our future, while we are deciding our career, we are not uh, what we are doing is we are not taking things in a way that we should take. We are not considering each and every aspect. We are not हम क्या करते हैं, हम ये देखते हैं कि दूसरा आदमी क्या कर रहा है, और हम हर चीज को नहीं देख पाते, और हम हर एस्पेक्ट को नहीं देख पाते चीजों के। और करियर चूज करना एक बहुत ही बड़ी बहुत ही ज्यादा एक इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग होती है। तो मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि मैंने क्या किया था और मैं क्यों बायोलॉजी से मैनेजमेंट की फील्ड में जा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि बहुत ही ज्यादा अनकॉमन होता है ये। जैसे कि आईएम्स के बारे में बताता हूँ, तो आईएम्स में अराउंड 95% ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स जो होते हैं वो इंजीनियरिंग साइड से होते हैं, और बायोलॉजी से बहुत कम बच्चे होते हैं। बायोलॉजी से यू कैन से दैट फ्रॉम 400 from the batch of 400, only 2 or 3 students go from biology science, biological field. So there is a huge diversity. There is a lack of diversity in our MBA courses. तो ये मेरा हिंदू कॉलेज है, इसकी कुछ इमेजेस हैं हिंदू कॉलेज की। तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए, द थिंग्स वी so now I will discuss the things that we have to keep in mind while deciding our career. So one of the most important thing and one of the most crucial thing that we have to consider is what we like. It is not about what our parents like, it is about you. You have to think that what you like, what is your desire and what you want to become. It is very fair enough that you like guitar, you like painting, you can make career in that, but you have to love it. You have to have the likeliness about your career, about your field. And the next thing is that you should enjoy what you do. There are many people who are uh, who are taking a job and they are not happy in doing those job, like in IT sector. Many engineers go to IT sector and they are doing job for 1 year, 2 year, and after that they stop enjoying the thing, and they think of switching from one field to another thing, like from management, like from IT to management or other thing, other field. तो ये होता है कि हम थोड़े टाइम के लिए तो एंजॉय कर पाते हैं, हम थोड़े टाइम के लिए तो उसे टाइम दे पाते हैं, फिर उसके बाद हम उसे टाइम नहीं दे पाते इतना। तो ये एक चीज होती है जो हमें कंसिडर करनी चाहिए while deciding our career. And next thing is, don't make decisions on the basis of your on the basis of the advice that you get from your parents and your relatives. क्योंकि ऐसा होता है कि वो आपके पेरेंट्स आपको डिसीजन इसी बेसिस पे लगाते हैं कि वो किसी और को देखते हैं कि हाँ वो कोई और किसी फील्ड में अच्छा कर रहा है, तो वो उसमें आपको देखते हैं। अगर वो देखते हैं किसी इंजीनियर को कि उसका 20 लाख का पैकेज लगा है, 25 लाख का पैकेज लगा है, तो वो आपको भी फोर्स करते हैं कि आप भी इंजीनियरिंग लो। या फिर आप किसी डॉक्टर को देखते हैं तो फिर वो बोलते हैं कि हाँ मेरा बच्चा भी डॉक्टर बनेगा तो ऐसे कमाएगा या फिर ऐसे उसकी रिस्पेक्ट होगी। तो वो सिर्फ दूसरे को देखते हैं, वो आपको नहीं देखते कि आपकी एबिलिटी क्या है। तो हो सकता है कि हाँ कुछ पेरेंट्स देखते हैं, लेकिन मोस्टली ऐसा नहीं होता। तो यू हैव टू थिंक दैट व्हाट यू लाइक, इट इज नॉट अबाउट योर पेरेंट्स, इट्स अबाउट यू। बिकॉज आगे की जिंदगी आपको जीनी है, 60 साल 70 साल जो भी होगी वो आपको जीनी है। तो यू हैव टू बी कॉन्शियस इनफ। एंड अनदर थिंग इज व्हाट आर योर स्ट्रेंथ्स एंड वीकनेसेस। ये हो सकता है कि आपकी कुछ स्ट्रेंथ्स हो और वीकनेसेस हो, लेकिन ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आपको कुछ अच्छा लगता हो, जैसे कि आपको फाइनेंस की फील्ड में जाना है, लेकिन बट यू आर नॉट गुड विद नंबर्स। तो इसी वजह से क्या
Excuse
बोलते
me,
हैं,
sir. I think your voice Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I
So
audible now?
now go ahead. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay.
Am I
Perfect.
audible
Sorry.
now? Okay. So, um,
Yes,
what
sir.
I
We
was
can
saying
hear you
that
perfectly.
what I was saying that it is fairly enough that you may not like you may like something, but you are not good in it. So you have to take the decisions accordingly. And आपको ये पता होना
Hello,
चाहिए
sir.
कि
Can you
आपकी
hear me?
weaknesses. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible. You will continue.
Okay. And another thing that we have to consider while taking our decision is that are we able to give away anything that what we are able to give away whatever it takes in our path to reach where we want to pursue the career, because it is not every time it is not possible that we are able to give away each and everything that comes in path. तो ऐसा होता है कि हम बीच में छोड़ देते हैं और नहीं कर पाते। जैसे कि अगर किसी को प्रोफेसर बनना है तो पहले उसे बीएससी, एमएससी और फिर पीएचडी बहुत लंबा टाइम लगता है। उसके बीच में नेट, जेआरएफ वगैरह भी क्लियर करने होते हैं। 1-2 साल गैप के भी लग जाते हैं। तो मतलब उसमें क्या होता है, एक पेशेंस चाहिए होती है और उसमें हार्ड वर्क भी चाहिए होता है। तो ये होता है कि आप मतलब आप कुछ भी दे सकते हो अपना उस करियर को चूज करने के लिए। सो what are the skills that you require for management? The skills that you require for management are that you are able to handle the pressure. कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में अगर आप जाओगे, इंटर्नशिप भी करोगे या फिर कुछ जॉब भी करोगे, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि मैनेजमेंट की फील्ड में कितना प्रेशर होता है। हर वक्त पीपीटीज, प्रेजेंटेशन और क्या बोलते हैं analysis about the thing, making pitch for your seniors, making other data analysis। तो बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रेशर होता है, काफी सारी चीजें एक साथ आ जाती हैं। तो few people are not able to handle that kind of pressure और वो एकदम से स्विच कर जाते हैं। तो पहले तो वो एमबीए कर लेते हैं, लेकिन फिर उसके बाद वो अलग अलग फील्ड में चले जाते हैं, टीचिंग फील्ड में चले जाते हैं, पीएचडी करने चले जाते हैं, या फिर दे स्टार्ट डूइंग सम अदर जॉब। तो ये भी चीज देखनी होती है कि आप क्या बोलते हैं, प्रेशर हैंडल कर पाते हैं या नहीं कर पाते हैं। देन अनदर थिंग इज दैट इफ यू आर एफिशिएंट इनफ, अगर आप एफिशिएंट इनफ हो किसी भी काम को करने के लिए, देन यू आर गुड फिट फॉर मैनेजमेंट। अनदर थिंग इज गुड रिप्रेजेंटेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, the time management skill, people management skill is one of the crucial thing that you have to have for making a career in management. Another thing is critical and strategic thinking. This is one of the important thing, and if you have this skill, then there are chances that you will grow in your career, because in my interviews I was not that good, but उन लोगों ने जो क्वेश्चंस पूछे थे उसमें मेरी क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, मेरी एनालिटिकल थिंकिंग और स्ट्रेटेजिक थिंकिंग बहुत अच्छी थी। तो उसी वजह से मुझे लगता है कि मेरा इंटरव्यू क्लियर हुआ था। आई डिड क्लियर माय इंटरव्यू ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ माय स्किल्स ऑफ क्रिटिकल एंड स्ट्रेटेजिक थिंकिंग एंड एनालिटिकल थिंकिंग। So this is one of the critical part. And another part can be about Excel skill. You should be good in Excel skill. You should be good in MS Office. So what are the career options that are available after management in biology? After management, um, what are the career options that are available in management after biology? So one of the most the most important career that is chosen by student, the maximum number of the student choose this career, and that is sales and management. Maximum number who are coming from biology to management go in this field. Around 90% of the student start their career from sales and management if they are coming from biology to marketing. सो मार्केटिंग में काफी ऑप्शंस भी होते हैं, ग्रो भी करते हैं. दे यूज टू ग्रो अ लॉट. They used to start as a brand manager. They used to start as a field manager. They used to start as something like marketing manager. So you have to design the marketing strategies, and you have to design. You have to finish the targets, and there you will be given various responsibilities. You will be given a team. You have to handle that. You will be given a area. You have to handle that area. You have to cover that area. All the responsibilities will be given to you for that area. And most of the job that you get after MBA from IIMs is in pharmaceutical companies. Pharmaceutical companies like Johnson and Johnson, Sanofi, and Torrent, Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy, and Cipla. These are the things. These are the field जहाँ पे आपको jobs मिल सकती हैं. एंड आप यहाँ पे जाके ग्रो भी कर सकते हैं. आई नो few of my seniors who had done their MBA from IIMs, and now they are doing job in some pharmaceutical company. One of the senior is doing job in Cipla, and he is the vice president of Cipla. So you can reach to that level, and uh, I think his salary would be in crores. So the paycheck is also good, but you have to be persistent. You have to be consistent about it. And another thing is, another area that you can go is in FMCGs. Yeah. The another field that you can go is in FMCGs. Uh, there you can join their healthcare sector. There you can join their sector that are representing some biotechnological area, or some other field related to biology. There you can join their department, and because you have the knowledge about biological sciences, and that will be beneficial for that company. If you are having the knowledge about their field, then you can make decisions about that field. You can think about that field. तो उसमें थोड़ा क्या बोलते हैं, अगर आपको नॉलेज होती है अपनी फील्ड के बारे में, तो आप स्ट्रेटजीज उसी तरीके से डिफाइन कर उसी तरीके से ऑर्गेनाइज करते हो, उसी तरीके से सोचते हो. तो वहां पे आपको कंपनीज विल प्रिफर टू हायर यू इन IIMs. तो दूसरी फील्ड होती है कंसल्टिंग. कंसल्टिंग जो होती है IIMs में सबसे डिमांडिंग जो फील्ड होती है वो कंसल्टिंग होती है, क्योंकि कंसल्टिंग में इसे बहुत कूल समझा जाता है. इसमें ये होता है मैनेजमेंट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टिंग. We used to consult the companies, we used to visit the companies, and we used to listen to their problems that they are facing, and we used to make decisions, and we used to suggest the uh, the decisions that they can take to maximize their sales or to deal their problem. तो ये होता है. और कंसल्टिंग में जो सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा पार्ट माना जाता है वो ट्रैवलिंग का माना जाता है. सबसे ज्यादा ट्रैवलिंग करने को मिलती है, सबसे ज्यादा इसकी पेमेंट भी, इसकी जो सैलरी होती है वो भी अच्छी होती है. बोनसेस भी बहुत अच्छे मिलते हैं. जूनियर लेवल पे तो इतने नहीं मिलते बोनसेस, लेकिन जब आप सीनियर लेवल पे पहुंच जाते हो तो बोनसेस ही सब कुछ होते हैं. मिलियंस डॉलर्स में बोनसेस होते हैं. और फिर उसके बाद क्या बोलते हैं, होटल्स में स्टे होता है, सब कुछ होता है. तो इसे बहुत कूल समझा जाता है इसी वजह से. और लेकिन इसमें एक जो इशू सबसे बड़ा आता है वो ये आता है कि जो कंसल्टिंग फर्म्स होती हैं जैसे मैकेंजी, BCG एंड बेन एंड कंपनी, तो ये बेसिकली उन बच्चों को हायर करते हैं जो जो अपने एकेडमिक्स में बहुत अच्छे होते हैं, लाइक 90% अबव होते हैं. तो बेसिकली उन्हें हायर करते हैं. तो अगर आपको कंसल्टिंग में जॉब चाहिए तो फिर आपको ये मेक श्योर करना पड़ेगा कि आपके एकेडमिक्स अच्छे हैं. अगर आपके एकेडमिक्स अच्छे नहीं होते हैं तो कंपनीज आती हैं, आपको शॉर्टलिस्ट भी नहीं करती हैं इंटरव्यू के लिए. तो अगर आप सोचते हो कि कंसल्टिंग में कुछ अपना करियर बनाओगे, तो फिर उसके लिए जरूरी होता है कि आप क्या बोलते हैं, ये अपने एकेडमिक्स पे थोड़ा ध्यान दो। और आप कंसल्टिंग में भी जॉब कर सकते हो। तो मतलब मैं कंसल्टिंग में सेक्टर्स में जॉब कर सकते हो, जैसे हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर, फार्मा सेक्टर। कंसल्टिंग में बेसिकली ये होता है कि सबसे पहले जाके आपको सेक्टर्स चूज करने होते हैं। तो जो भी आपका एकेडमिक बैकग्राउंड होता है उसी के बेसिस पे आपके सेक्टर चूज होते हैं, आपको सेक्टर दिए जाते हैं, अलॉट किए जाते हैं। फिर आपको उन सेक्टर में काम करना होता है अपने सीनियर्स के साथ, अपनी टीम के साथ। और फिर आप वहां पे जाके सीखते हो काम और सीखते हो चीजें। और फिर आप भी धीरे धीरे करके पार्टनर्स, फिर मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, इन लेवल तक पहुंच जाते हो। लेकिन इसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, करीब 12 साल 10 साल। लेकिन आप एक बार उस लेवल पे पहुंच जाते हो, तो फिर वहां पे जो सैलरी होती है वो बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छी होती है। लाइक around $1 million. If we are converting it to Indian rupees, that would be 7 crore, and that is an average salary after 10 years. और अगर आपको ऑन्टरप्रेन्योरशिप भी करनी है, मतलब अगर आप ऑन्टरप्रेन्योर बनना चाहते हो, तो फिर मेनली बच्चे ये प्रिफर करते हैं कि सबसे पहले वो जॉब करें कंसल्टिंग में। कंसल्टिंग में जॉब करके वो थोड़ा आइडिया लगाएं कि क्या होता है कंसल्टिंग, कैसे कैसे कंपनी को डील करना होता है, क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है कंपनी के सामने। फिर वो बच्चे 2-3 साल जॉब करके, फिर वो कंसल्टिंग में जॉब करके, फिर वो अपना क्या बोलते हैं, स्टार्टअप अपना शुरू कर देते हैं। तो अगर वो कंसल्टिंग में जॉब करते हैं तो उन्हें क्या बोलते हैं, फंड भी जल्दी मिल जाता है, क्योंकि उन्हें एक्सपीरियंस होता है और कंपनी भी उनकी थोड़ी वैल्यू करती है। तो उसके बेसिस पे उन्हें फंड भी जल्दी मिल जाता है। तो आप अगर देखोगे कि बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स हैं, उनके जो ओनर फाउंडर्स हैं वो कंसल्टिंग बैकग्राउंड से मिलेंगे, लाइक मैकेंजी, बेन एंड कंपनी, एक्सेंचर एंड बीसीजी, तो वहां से मिलेंगे। अगला सेक्टर है ह्यूमन रिसोर्स। ह्यूमन रिसोर्स में जो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट चीज होती है वो होती है कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स। अगर आपकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स अच्छी हैं, देन यू कैन गो फॉर ह्यूमन रिसोर्स। And anyone can go for human resource, but there are specific kind of, there is a specific requirement of the skill set. Like you should be able to communicate properly, you should be able to deal with you should be have some psychological stuff, and you should be able to understand what the people is saying, what is in their mind, and you should be able to read the person's mind. And that is all about human resource. तो ह्यूमन रिसोर्स में भी ऐसा होता है कि अगर आप बायोलॉजी से मैनेजमेंट ह्यूमन रिसोर्स में जाना चाहते हो, तो कुछ कंपनियां होती हैं, तो वो अपने एक्सपर्ट्स को हायर करती हैं, जैसे बायोलॉजिकल फील्ड के एक्सपर्ट्स को हायर करती हैं जो एमबीए करके आते हैं। तो वो उस फील्ड को, मतलब एक्सपर्ट्स को हायर करके स्पेसिफिक डिपार्टमेंट में भेजती हैं, जैसे बायोटेक्नोलॉजी और बायो like pharmaceutical sector. Then they used to do their job over there. Next is finance. Finance is considered as one of the uncommon, but I think I am going to personally pursue the career in finance. The reason why I want to pursue career in finance is because you get to learn a lot in a small span of time. If you are good with numbers, you can pursue your career in finance. If you have passion about it, you can pursue your career in finance. If you are from biological field and you want to pursue career in finance, then you can think about some certificate courses like CFA and FRM. So you can think about those courses. You can do courses from NSC. You can do some courses from Coursera. You can do some courses from Udemy. Some basic introduction courses, and they will help you a lot. And but the thing is, you need to have perseverance and passion. If you are not having that, then you won't be able to perform that well, because most of the people who get into finance are from IITs, NITs, from SRCCs. So the competition level is very high and the demand is very much high. If I were to say about investment banking, one of the division that is considered as one of the coolest division, if 10 job profiles are coming in an institute for investment banking, there are 200 people who are aspiring for the same post, for the same position. So, in finance, you'll have a lot of, say you have lot of competition. But the positive thing is, if you are not good in communication skills, if you are okay in communication skills, then it is considered as safest choice, because you don't have to do much public dealing. You will be, first of all, if you get into a corporate world after doing MBA, you will be working as an analyst. You will be analyzing data. You will be pitching that data to your seniors. They will be taking you to the clients. They will be वो आपको क्लाइंट्स के पास ले जाएंगे, वो आपको बताएंगे कि हाँ, वो आपसे आपके सामने डील करेंगे क्लाइंट को। सो धीरे धीरे चल के कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स भी अच्छी हो जाती है, लेकिन जो एंड पोर्शन होता है, जो क्या बोलते हैं, सीनियर लेवल मैनेजमेंट होते हैं, जो सीनियर लेवल पे जो पोजीशन होती है, इट इज ऑल अबाउट सेल्स इन फाइनेंस, बिकॉज all the finance work is done by the juniors, and now the responsibility that seniors have is about sales, selling the product. So it is all about sales in the top level. So if you are good in numbers, and then you can think about career in finance. तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आता है कि एमबीए आफ्टर बायोलॉजी राइट डिसीजन है या नहीं। वो उसके लिए कुछ चीजें हैं जो मैटर करती हैं, कि आप किस चीज में हो, आप ग्रेजुएशन में हो, आप ट्वेल्थ में हो, या वर्किंग प्रोफेशन हो। अगर आप ग्रेजुएशन में हो तो आपके पास चॉइस नहीं है कि हाँ आप स्विच कर सको बायोलॉजी से दूसरी फील्ड में। तो अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट है मैनेजमेंट में, अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट है फाइनेंस में, मार्केटिंग में, सेल्स में, अगर आपके अंदर स्किल सेट है, तो अगर आपके अंदर ये कैलिबर है कि आप कैट क्लियर कर सकते हो, तो आप एक कंसिडर, मतलब आप अच्छी चॉइस हो, आप कंसिडर कर सकते हो फील्ड, आप कंसिडर कर सकते हो करियर इन मैनेजमेंट आफ्टर बायोलॉजी। तो ग्रेजुएशन में अगर आप कंसिडर कर रहे हो करियर इन मैनेजमेंट, तो आप इंटर्नशिप कर सकते हो, आप इंटर्नशिप के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हो। आप ये देख सकते हो। हेलो, ओके 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 ओके। तो यस, तो ग्रेजुएशन में ये देख सकते हो कि आप इंटर्नशिप देख सकते हो, आप इवेंट मैनेजमेंट कर सकते हो, आप अपने स्कूल्स में, अपने कॉलेजेस में कुछ सोसाइटीज ज्वाइन कर सकते हो। वहाँ पे आप जाके ये देख सकते हो कि मतलब आपको मैनेजरियल रोल कहाँ पे मिल सकता है, तो वो कर सकते हो, आप अपने स्किल सेट डेवलप कर सकते हो। अगर आप ट्वेल्थ में हो, तो ट्वेल्थ में भी आपको डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा पहले कि आपको मैनेजमेंट में ही जाना है, या फिर अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट बायोलॉजी में है और आपको बाद में मैनेजमेंट में जाना है, तो आप कर सकते हो। ये वन ऑफ अ पर्सन आई नो, शी हैज डन बीएससी इन माइक्रोबायोलॉजी एंड शी इज नाउ कंसल्टेंट एट बीसीजी। तो ऐसे भी कर सकते हो। तो अलग अलग फील्ड में आपको जॉब मिल सकती है, अलग अलग सेक्टर में आपको जॉब मिल सकती है ट्वेल्थ के बाद। लेकिन आपको कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा कि आप मैनेजमेंट में ही जाना चाहते हो। अगर आप मैनेजमेंट में ही जाना चाहते हो, तो बायोलॉजी हो सकता है कि आपके लिए फिट चॉइस ना हो। अदर कोर्सेज जैसे बीटेक इन बायोटेक, बीटेक सम बीसीए और बीकॉम, ये अच्छे चॉइस हो सकते हैं। अगर आप वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल हो, या फिर अगर आप बायोलॉजी में ग्रेजुएशन करने के बाद जॉब करोगे कहीं पे, तो फिर कुछ टाइम के लिए अगर वहाँ पे जॉब करते हो, आपको लगता है कि हाँ मुझे इस करियर में ग्रो नहीं हो रहा हूँ मैं और ज्यादा, बेसिकली होता यही है कि बच्चे जब ग्रो नहीं होते तभी वो एमबीए के लिए जाते हैं मोस्टली। तो अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं इस करियर में ग्रो नहीं हूँ, ये मेरी फील्ड नहीं है, तो आप स्विच कर सकते हो। इवन मास्टर्स के बाद भी आप स्विच कर सकते हो। सो what you can do now, you can develop your soft skills, you can join various societies, you can join internship, you can join the event management team of your college. You can read the articles related to business, you can read the news related to business to get an idea about what is happening in corporate world. That will help you a lot in your interview, because interviewers will be asking you about the current affair, about the basic knowledge about you, about the management. So that will help you a lot in your interviews. और दूसरी फील्ड है डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में कोर्स कर सकते हो, इंट्रोडक्शन इन फाइनेंस कोर्स कर सकते हो जो मैंने भी किया है, और एक्सेल में कोर्स कर सकते हो, और माइक्रो एमएस ऑफिस में भी कोर्स कर सकते हो। तो अगर आप चाहते हो कि करियर अगर आप करियर चाहते हो बायोलॉजिकल साइंसेज में ही आफ्टर एमबीए, then you can consider the courses like IM, MBA, FA, BM. It is uh, Food and Agri Business Management, लखनऊ का MBA ABM, एग्री बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट, इरमा। इरमा इज अ गुड इंस्टीट्यूट जहाँ पे आप एग्रीकल्चर में एमबीए कर सकते हो, फिर उसके बाद काफी अच्छे करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज होती हैं। सिम्बायोसिस इज अ गुड ऑप्शन, यूपीएस इज अ गुड ऑप्शन, एंड बीएचयू इज अ गुड ऑप्शन। तो आप यहाँ से कर सकते हो अगर आपको बायोलॉजी के फील्ड में ही मैनेजमेंट में जॉब करनी है। तो इट इज ऑल अबाउट मी। तो ये मेरी प्रेजेंटेशन थी। This was my presentation. If you have any question, then you can ask me. I will be happy to answer your queries.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a very detailed session, and you gave a very detailed insights about every aspect of management in India and how to just break it down and what are various disciplines in the field of management. Because I literally had no idea, and maybe your participants got to know various new aspects. So yeah, I would respect to the participants if they have any questions. So please they can write it down, and I will also request the audience who have joined us via the YouTube live stream. They can also put down their questions. So our team would take down the question here on the Google Meet. So yeah, you can just tell if you have any question in regard to this basic discipline. Yeah. Apart from that, sir, please can you pin down your email ID so that further people who are just right now watching you can write down you, and if they want to get in touch with you in case. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir, for just putting down your email ID. So we have a participant named Adya Sengar. He's asking that this was a very really informative session. Thank you, Adya. So apart from that, he's asking that let us know about career options. So yeah, he's asking about career options in MBA.
बेसिकली ये होता है कि करियर ऑप्शन तो जनरली होते हैं, लेकिन आपको प्रिफर किया जाता है जब कोई फार्मा कंपनी आती है तो वो आपको प्रिफर करते हैं अपने रोल के लिए, बिकॉज यू हैव द रिक्वायर्ड नॉलेज। तो आपको आप एक एक्सपर्ट हो, तो आपको एक एक्सपर्ट माना जाता है आपकी फील्ड में, तो देन यू विल बी गिवन प्रेफरेंसेस ओवर देयर। और करियर अपॉर्चुनिटीज तो यही होती हैं कि आप एमबीए में जाओगे तो आपको बहुत चीजें एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए मिलेंगी। और आप मार्केटिंग एंड सेल्स में जा सकते हो अगर आपके अंदर रिक्वायर्ड स्किल सेट है। तो अगर आपके अंदर सेल्स की सेल्स क्वालिटी है तो आप सेल्स में जा सकते हो। ऑपरेशंस इज आल्सो अ गुड फील्ड। प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट आप उसमें भी जा सकते हो, where you will be managing the product, like if you will go into Flipkart, you will be managing the different sector, different department, like accessory department, like clothing department. तो मैनेज प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट की फील्ड में भी जा सकते हो। सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग, कंसल्टिंग मैंने बताया था, इट्स अ वेरी डिमांडिंग प्रोफेशन, उसमें जा सकते हो। और फाइनेंस, अगर आपके अंदर कैलिबर है तो आप फाइनेंस में भी जा सकते हो। ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, अगर आपके अंदर रिक्वायर्ड स्किल सेट्स है उसके लिए मैं एक आपको सजेशन दूंगा ये कि ये इफ यू आर इन योर ग्रेजुएशन और इफ यू आर 12th पास आउट, then you should try to you should try for internship so that you can get the idea that what are the field about and what are the functions and what you are interested in. So मैं ये आपको recommend करूँगा.
Yeah, so thank you very much, sir, for this lot of information, and yeah, it will be really benefit for all of us. So yeah, thank you very much, sir, again for taking out your time, and yeah, we would love to see you again in the coming sessions. Yeah. So now coming on to the most awaited session of the day, that is our last guest for the day. We have on board Mr. Joy May with us. Sir, can you hear me? Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for taking out your time and joining us. Yeah, I'm really very thankful to you. So yeah, speaking about Joy, sir, so he did his graduation from in theoretical and experimental physics from one of the oldest and prestigious institutes of Cambridge University. He is currently doing his course to be a teacher from Oxford University. So yeah, today he will tell us about how to get into those prominent global institutes like Oxford, Cambridge, etc., and how to just got admission opportunities in England or as a whole territory if you consider United Kingdom. So yeah, over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, sir. So you can share your screen if you.
Yeah.
Sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. We can do it for you. No problem.
It's okay. Is it? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Sir, we are actually doing that for you. We have just shared down our screen. You can just tell us when we have to switch the screens. So can you see it? Yes. Sir is presenting. Rahul, sir is presenting. Yes, sir. We can see your screen.
Okay. If it's okay, I'll present. That would be great.
Yeah. You are perfectly audible and you are visible, and your screen is completely
Great.
targeted to
Thank
you.
you. So my name's Joe, and yeah, I'm from the UK, as I said. So I'll share a little bit about my own experience, and then from that I'll share, just about the admissions process to the UK, and some thoughts about how to be successful in that. So this is me when I was very young, as you can see. Just like born and brought up in the UK. So that's my background. And I went to Cambridge. I studied physics there. This is me on the right. And following that, I went to India. I spent 5 years teaching in India. That's where I met Ayush and some of these other guys. I spent 5 years teaching in India. I got a little taste of the Indian education system as well. And now I'm currently at Oxford University. I'm doing my PGCE, which is training to be a teacher. So, through that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the admissions process in the UK. I'm going to talk first about undergraduate level. That's what people in India call graduation. And then I'll talk about postgraduate and give some tips and information about that. So, choosing a course, I think, as some of the other speakers have said, it's really important to choose a course which is interesting to you, rather than just something which you feel like you ought to do. Because if you're not interested, that will come through in your interview, that will come through as you study, and it's very hard to be successful. But if you're interested, then that will give you the motivation and the capacity to succeed as well. So it's not just about that you will enjoy it more, but also you're more likely to be successful if you choose a course which is interesting to you. The same with the university. So the best universities, Oxford and Cambridge, are well regarded in the UK, but it's important to think about, is the university right for you? So if you want to do a traditional course, like sciences, medicine, these sorts of courses, then Oxford and Cambridge do tend to be good universities. However, some other courses, they might not be the best. So you should do some research and work out which will be the best place to study. And yeah, so finally, when to apply. So if you're applying for undergraduate level, then you need to apply for Oxford and Cambridge before 15th of October, and for other universities before 15th of January. So just have that in your mind when you're making your application. And so for undergraduate, that's graduation in India, all the applications are through UCAS. So I've just got a screenshot of the website here. You can go on the website, UCAS, and it will walk you through the process. You just make one application, but in that application, you can apply for up to 5 universities in the UK. When you do, there's some things that you need to put on your application form. So you need to put in your grades from 12th. It's okay if they're not A levels. That's the system we use in the UK. The Indian examinations are accepted, so you'll need to put them on. You'll need some references. That's from your teacher, probably from your teacher or somebody at your school. And you'll need to make a personal statement as well. So your personal statement is about 1 page, just explaining who you are. So with that, you need to persuade the university that first that you want to do the subject, that you're passionate about it. Secondly, that you're well qualified. So you want to list some of your achievements. You might talk a little bit about any success you've had academically, or other interests that you have related to your field, books you've read, that sort of thing. You might want to say just a little bit about yourself, like as a beyond your academics. So if you have any hobbies or interests, but really you want to, you've just got 1 page. You need to persuade the university that you will be a good student, that you're interested in a subject, and that you're capable of doing it. So that's pretty important, that personal statement. And then following that, if the university sees your grades, they see your personal statement and your references, they might invite you to an interview. And for Oxford and Cambridge, the interview is actually the most important part of the process. And in the interview, they're not really checking how much you already know. They won't ask you to have a syllabus to revise or anything like that. They will ask you some subject questions, but it's more about how do you think, would you be a good student to teach? So I remember in my interview, there were some questions that I knew how to answer. I answered them. That was good. But there were also some questions which I didn't know how to answer. And they saw me trying to work out how to answer those questions. So thinking on my feet, there's a new problem. And actually the way that the interview works is they deliberately ask you questions that you don't know the answer to, because they want to see, how will you be a student? Will you be able to think clearly? Will you be able to engage with problems that you don't already know about? Will you learn quickly? So for the interview, in the UK, it's not about knowing a lot of knowledge and revising a big syllabus, but it's about thinking clearly and showing an enthusiasm and a passion. They want to know, will you be a good student to teach? Will they enjoy teaching you? That's a little bit about the interview. Sometimes you'll have to do a test, but it's it's not usually a test which you need to have a lot of knowledge for. With a big syllabus in the UK, tests tend to be just like about reasoning, some logic. It's like an intelligence test. But don't worry too much about those, because if there are tests, they will tell you as part of the application process, and it's usually much less important than the interview. How to do well. I've talked about this before, but really, I want to emphasize that it's not about how much you know, really, so much as are you able to think clearly? Are you curious? Are you interested? Do you have a passion for your subject? If you're in the interview and you don't know the question, and you don't know the answer, think on your feet, do your best, but don't try to blag it, because they will know. They're experts in their fields. They're probably deliberately asking you that question because they want to see how you respond, how you learn new things, how you think on your feet, those sorts of things. So those are some thoughts about how to do well. Finally, clearing. This is a process which happens once you've got your grades. If you didn't get the grades that you needed, you may still be able to get access to UK universities. So you can look that up if you get into that situation. You can look up clearing in UK universities on the internet, and it will give more information. But it's a process where universities try to film their extra spaces, if they have any, after everyone has their results. So even if you don't get the results that you need, you may still be able to get admission via clearing. Okay, so that was undergraduate. Now we're going to talk a little bit about postgraduate. So the first question for postgraduate that you need to ask yourself is, do you want to do a taught course, which will consist of lectures, seminars? You'll have somebody, some tutors inputting in, helping you to learn, or do you want to do research? And that's a question that you just have to ask yourself. The advantage of a taught course is that you will learn a lot of things, and the people who make the courses, they've decided the things that you need to learn. You'll come out very knowledgeable. Research, on the other hand, if there's one thing that you're really passionate about, one small area of your subject, then a research course might be better for you. That's something that you want to think about. Do you want to be in a lot of lectures, learning things, or do you want to be researching, finding out things for yourself? Once you've decided that, then you have to apply, and this is not by UCAS. So if you're going for postgraduate, you won't be using UCAS. So what you'll need to do is you'll just need to look up the courses, use the internet, look up the courses. If you want to apply at Oxford, then go on Oxford University's website and follow the admission process there. If you want to go to Imperial, then go on Imperial's website and follow the application process that they have there. So you need to make an application for each place that you apply to, and really, follow their instructions on their website. I can't give you really specific advice for everything because it's different, but see what they're requiring and follow that process. You'll probably need a personal statement. That's similar to what I talked about before. Again, outlining why you want to do the course, why you would be a good fit, the experience and expertise that you have. You'll need your transcripts. That's a record of your grades, especially at your graduation level. You'll need some references, so you try and be on good terms with your tutors and people at your university, so they can give you a good reference. You might need a CV, and if it's a creative course like art or design or something like that, you might need a portfolio. For sciences, that's unlikely. And if you're doing research, you probably need a research proposal. So that's a question that you want to investigate. And it's important to get this right. So what I would do is I would look at, in this university you want to apply to, what are the professors interested in? What are they currently researching? And is there a question within that you would want to apply for, that you would want to spend your year or 2 years working on? So this is important because obviously if I'm a professor and my interest is similar to your interest, then I would think, yes, I want this person to be working under me. But if your interest is different, you may be very brilliant, but the professor will not be interested. So make sure that your proposal, if you're doing research, aligns well with the interest of the professor. And so for that reason, you want to be looking at not just like, you might have an idea, I want to go to Oxford University, but if the professors don't have the same interests as you, then that's not going to be any good. You won't get admission, and even if you did, it wouldn't be enjoyable. So have a look around at the different universities, what the research is, and choose a university which is aligned to your interests. How to succeed is very similar to what I said for undergraduate. The professors, they're not so much interested in how much you know. Obviously, that is important, but they're really interested in how deeply you understand your field, how passionate you are about it, how interested you are about it, and how good a student you will be. So in all your application, you're trying to convey, trying to persuade them, to convince them that yes, you are capable, but also that you're passionate. And yeah, really in the UK, the depth of understanding and the way that you think is valued more than just the amount of knowledge that you have. So try and persuade the university, the professors you're applying to, on that basis, that you're passionate, that you understand deeply, that you want to learn more, that you will be a good student. I'm just going to talk very quickly about visas and English proficiency. I know you all speak excellent English, but still they will see you're coming from India, so they will want to have some sort of proof that you are capable of speaking and communicating in English. So just look up on their website, will there be any requirements? Will you have to take a test, IELTS or TOEFL or something like that? Just make sure that you get that done in good time. Same with visas. You will have to apply for a visa. If you have an unconditional offer, you should be given a visa, no problem. But you need to look at that process in advance, because you don't want to be surprised. You get admission at Oxford or Cambridge or a good UK university, and then you have to wait because of the visa. It'll be very frustrating. So just look up that process in advance and make sure that you're just familiar with the process. So do your research and think about these things as well as just getting admission. There might be some other conditions as well. So just look up on the university website that you're applying to. Will there be any more conditions as an international student? They shouldn't be too difficult to meet. The most difficult thing is getting admission in the regular process. But you need to be aware of these things so that you're not caught out. It would be such a shame to get admission but then not to be allowed to come because you didn't do some technical thing at the right time. So just look on their website and follow the steps, and you will be fine. So finally, I'll conclude by giving some general thoughts about how to succeed in education. So I have a little bit of experience in the Indian system. I taught in a school in India for about 5 years. So I know some of the differences between the Indian education system and the English education system. So my impression about Indian high schools, Indian universities, is that they're excellent. They really teach a lot of information, but actually they're extremely difficult. So there's a huge syllabus, a huge content. And so what sometimes happens is that people, they don't really have time to understand the course. They only have time to learn it, to learn the facts, to learn the algorithms, to learn what you have to do to answer these questions. And so you get people being very successful. They go through, they study at a high level, and they know a huge amount of things, but they don't really understand it deeply. And I just want to caution you that there's a limit to how successful you'll be if that's your approach. The more you may know a lot of things, but if you don't understand it, it will be difficult to learn deeper things. And also, it will be very difficult for you to enjoy the subject. So, especially for UK universities, but even in India, my advice is that you need to seek to understand whatever's going on. Just ask yourself, you're studying something, ask yourself, how does it work? Probably it will be there in your lecture notes, and you need to work out for yourself. You need to settle in your own mind how this all works. Make sure you understand deeply. It's a much more enjoyable way of learning, and it will also equip you to succeed much more. And finally, try to enjoy it. People who enjoy learning, who are curious, it's a much more pleasant experience, but it also allows them to succeed as well. Because when we're just doing it because we have to do this, we have to cram for this exam, the learning is shallow. You don't learn very, very deeply. You won't be able to apply it to new situations. But the more you can try to understand deeply, the more you can try to enjoy it. It will be a much more enjoyable experience, but also it's important for success. So strive for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So this was a very, great session, and we get to know a lot about the admission process and how the things work out in, United Kingdom and those EU areas. Yeah. So can you hear me, guys? Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes, Rahul, you're audible.
Yeah, so I really like the course Experimental and Theoretical Physics at Cambridge. Basically, it's a general physics course. So by the end of the course, really, it's covered all the areas of physics. So of course, I don't know everything about science, but it's covered the basic areas to the extent that I feel like I have an understanding of how everything works. There's something I don't understand, then I will have to look it up. I'll have to do some research, but the foundation is there. That I have the capacity to understand it. I have the capacity in the underlying theories, and also the training how to think about science. So it really helped me to understand those things. I found it very enjoyable. I just find it really interesting to learn about how our world works. Very satisfying to learn as well. So I really enjoyed it.
Yes, so thank you very much. And one more thing I want to point out that there is a 5.5 hour time difference between India and UK. So still it's very early morning out there. So he took out his, some early sleeps and joined us very soon. So that's a very, sir, I'm very thankful to you that you gave your precious time and, just to tell us every bit part of the education system and how things work. So yeah, now I think we can take down questions. Yeah, so sir, there are a lot of people that are saying thank you to you for the session that you conducted. That was really very informative, of course. So yeah, we have a question from Nitish Kumar sir. Yeah, he is also our speaker for the next day. So he just want to ask that at the most, can you tell me a little bit about PhD admissions? I mean, at most places, I think sir, you can read the question in the chat box.
Yeah, thank you. PhD admissions are very similar to what I said about postgraduate admissions. Of course, it will always be a research question, and your question for your PhD will have to be quite well thought through. You need to have a clear idea about what you want to research. And for that, you will need to do quite a lot of research into the universities to work out which professors are researching that field. Of course, you can once you've found this professor that you want to study under, then you can tailor your question to suit his interest or her interest even more, so that they're more likely to give you admission. You'll have to look on the university's websites if they want you to apply directly to a professor to say, I would like to work under you. Would you accept me as a PhD student? Or it may be that you make a general admission, but still you need to have a clear idea about what you want to research and why. Once you've done that, same as for master's courses, you need to convince them that you're capable of doing that and that you're passionate about it. So the same advice would apply. You may need to do some more research. You may even need to do some courses or some training, but do everything you can to convince them that you are capable of doing that course, that you're passionate about doing that course, and that you would be a good student. You're willing to learn. You're able to learn, and that they're going to take you on if they think they would enjoy having you as a student. So you need to persuade them that not only are you excellent, but also that you will be a good student as well as a good scientist.
Yes. So he also want to get to know if you have some bit insight about the fact that what are the available fellowships that are included for the PhD program that a student from abroad or from India can get if he wish to pursue PhD.
Hi, Ayush.
Yes. Yeah. Over to you, Nitish. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Joe, for the nice talk. What I wanted to ask, because at most of the places I have seen on the websites that we have to apply to the university and separately we have to apply to the scholarships. So that becomes very hectic for the students. Sometimes they get the admissions and don't get the scholarships. So tell us about the programs which have scholarship included with the admission.
Yeah, thanks. Good question. So I don't know specific details, actually. You're right that often you have to apply for like the scholarships will only become available once you have already got admission on a course. So my advice in that case, which actually I think is most of the programs. So my advice in that case is apply early because the scholarships will be more available the earlier you apply. So if you can apply in December or January, most of the scholarships will still be available. And actually some of the programs, you will have a very high likelihood of getting a scholarship or a fellowship once you get admission. I want to say don't rule out that possibility because actually that might be when you get most of your options from. So don't rule it out, but I do understand that it could be difficult and stressful. Second thing is that, yes, you're right, there are some programs which have automatic scholarship or fellowship. In sciences, you're more likely to get those. But again, you will just have to look at specific programs, specific universities. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't know the details, but I think it's a case-by-case basis. So yeah, you'll just have to do some research. Yeah, does that help?
Yeah, thank you so much. I get it.
Thanks.
I would like to add on here. I have searched and got one scholarship that can be helpful for those guys who are going to apply this year. Go on Welcome Trust page. There is a fellowship which can actually help you guys. I don't know the exact name of the fellowship, but actually it is sponsored by Welcome Trust. It's a 4-year program, and those who are trying to apply this year in UK, I think it will be a very good addition.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nitish sir, for adding down this information. And yes, sir. So we have one more question. Someone named Team Hashtag. he wanna ask that how COVID-19 will affect the admission process. He want in for PhD course in UK. So any yeah.
Yeah, good question. I think actually a lot of universities, they're still developing, they're still trying to understand how COVID-19 is going to affect them. I don't think that it's going to affect the admissions process much. But actually, we don't know how COVID-19 is going to play out over the next year. So, for example, if it's still a major factor when the interviews are there, then maybe they would do your interview online at that stage, which would actually be a good thing coming from India because you don't have to get flights and all of those things. However, I think most universities are hoping that things will be back to normal within a few months. Yeah, really it's uncertain. I don't think it's going to affect the admissions process very much, although you can look on the individual universities' websites. It certainly wouldn't affect the general principles about how to be successful. The same things would still apply. But yeah, really, for specifics, you will need to go course by course, university by university, look on their website, see if anything is different.
Yeah, sir. Thank you very much. I think these are all the questions that our participants have. Yeah, we have, I think, one more question. There is Manasvi Chaturvedi. She is saying very helpful and informative session and wonderful to know about various future prospects. So thank you. Is there, okay, yeah. So there's, we will get back to that. Yeah, sir. So thank you very much, Joy, sir, for joining in and taking out your, precious time and even the, time zone hurdle you crossed out for us. So that's a very big leap. I wanna say that me and Anurag met him while we were in our graduation days in Delhi. So he's a very, he's our senior, but we were like good friends, and we used to have a Sunday Bible session, which we try to even do in this time sometimes, in COVID era online. Yeah. So sir, thank you very much. So I think we all are benefited with your session. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Guys,
good luck, everyone. And thank you for thanks for having me here.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys, who all have joined us. So as Manasvi is asking that, is there any feedback form to get started? Yeah. So there will be feedback form. This is the day one. After we would complete our day two of the Knowledge Seeker webinar series. So this is the day one. This is just day one. We have just started. We have lined up day two. You all are welcome on the same time, same place on 11 a.m. Tomorrow. That is June 26th. So you would get obviously feedback form to get your e-certificates, and we have some lined up speakers who would conduct sessions. So thank you very much. And I also want to add that there were many sort of information that our speakers just got you down through their slides. So these sessions will all be available on our YouTube channel, that is Knowledge Seekers. So you can visit there and write it down, whatever information you need any of the time. It is also live streaming at the moment, and it would do the same tomorrow. So yeah, thank you very much. Any question you have, you can just write it down, any of the participants, if we are, I think. Yeah, so sir, I think Joy sir, is he with us or is he left? Yeah, sir. Participants are asking for your email ID. If you can write down your email ID, so that they can, contact you for further process if they need any.
Sure, I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, thank you, sir. Yeah, so in the time, Joy sir is writing down his email ID where you can contact. I want to say thanks to all the participants who had just took out their time and were very, seeking for the knowledge, and just that was obviously driven out of curiosity. That's how they just took out the time and kept learning and just waiting till the end for all the sessions. So you all guys are welcome for tomorrow. We will have more amazing, wonderful speakers and more informative sessions. So yeah, thank you very much for joining in, and thank you, Joy sir, for putting down your email ID. Yeah, so thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Okay, over to you, Anurag. You want to add something?
Yeah, thanks to all of the participants. I guess we are good to go to end this session.
Yeah, so thank you very much. See you tomorrow, 11 a.m. And yeah,
Same time, same place.
yeah, okay. Goodbye, guys. You can just left one by one. Okay.
Rahul, you can end the meeting. This would be much better, I guess. Hello, hello.